Hi, my name is Klara Sliwinska. I'm 16 years old and I'm from Bielsko-Biała, Poland. So my entire family is from Poland, especially the city Bielsko-Biała, which is more of the southern region. And around 6 or 7 years old, I moved to Huntington Beach, California. Cultural expression to me, I think, is essentially the definition of a person's nationality and the ability to, indulge in their traditions and all the experiences that they lived through from past generations. I think I have lost touch a little bit with Polish culture because living in America, since I moved from such a young age, kind of derived me, especially in California, which is the West Coast, where there's not a lot of Polish people around. Kind of made me seclusive and have to conform into the American standard more or less. Between my nuclear family, I haven't felt much of a language barrier because both my parents speak pretty well English. However, when I visit my family back in Poland, it's a little more difficult especially with more difficult words and accents, but I do fluently speak Polish. The Polish culture, I think, Poland itself as a country is just really strong. They've been through a lot in history, as we all know, and it's very homogenous. Everyone really appreciates each other and is there for each other in hard times, and I think that's the great thing about it. It just keeps tradition going, which I think I really appreciate. Polish culture, I think when you grow up in it, has different kind of standards and different lifestyles as every nation has. America's more expressive, I guess, and Poland is a little more focused on, it has its standards such as work ethics and family and just the typical, morals that everyone follows. I try to go every 2 years or so in the summer to visit for 2 weeks, alas, yeah. Particularly, I haven't really been discriminated, but there are times where I do mention that I'm from a different country. They either don't believe me because I don't have an accent, or they'll try to make some kind of World War II jokes, which I just really dismiss, so. Growing up in America, especially in Southern California, as I've previously said, doesn't really teach you about my culture. There's only, I think, one Polish center at church and a Polish school, which is in LA, which isn't so easy to access if you live kind of far away. So there's also not a lot of people that I know that are Polish, maybe a family or two, so it's very isolated compared to, in Europe, especially since a lot of Polish people tend to not move out of the country at all. I think Polish culture has affected my life as kind of bringing me to be the person I am, forming my opinions, whether political, religious, or anything, just made me who I am today. To me, growing up in America but being born in Poland kind of made me, and still to this day I feel like I'm kind of between the lines because I identify as a Polish person. However, I do also am comfortable with being American because I appreciate both places because I consider them both homes to me. Especially today's world, there's a lot of racial discrimination, inequality, just a lot of problems that society either doesn't take to heart or dismisses. And I think that we should all realize that we're all human and that culture, race, nationality, and everything just should make us more equal than separated. I think it is important for people to know other cultures. I don't think it's necessary, but I think they should be appreciative because it's different and it's good to know to not step any boundaries when talking to them. I think that America is really well thought out throughout its cultural expression and teaching people. I mean, there's a lot of immigrants here. That's how America was based on. But I think overall that people should acknowledge other people's culture and everything because it's a big part of the nation overall.